It's certainly not common to hear waltzing Matilda in Japanese homes, but the Sekiyama household now has a special Australian link. Not that Humiko's nephew was concerned about that as he rolled back the special heat-retaining cover used on baths. Books are among accessories in the sitting room, but others also include a torch, found frequently in rooms in this part of Japan, often accompanied by a safety helmet, because earthquakes and blackouts are quite common. Outside the Sekiyama sitting room, there's another small garden, featuring a pond, water again playing a significant part in the lifestyle. Humiko will not move to Australia till early next year, mainly because of the work involved in severing her links of the past 30 years as a dancing instructor. She's president of the Sekiyama Contemporary Dance School, which has studios in Yaizu and 2 other centres. The group of students range in age from 2.5 to 16 years and have won acclaim in areas as diverse as Russia, South America and China, with a special Click Go the Shears sequence devised for a recent Australian visit. For Humiko, the children are among the hardest things to leave behind in Japan, but she's still on hand for a few months to give them the benefit of her experience.
やっぱり寂しい気持ちはしますけれども、姉妹都市と姉妹都市のことですから、日本の言葉でおしどりってのございますよね。おしどりね。おしどり夫婦とか言いますでしょ。ですから姉妹都市プラスおしどり夫婦というふうなことになればと思いますね。そんなに寂しいとかなんか特別に考えるとかじゃないですか。
10th this year, Tasmanians who served in the Z Special Force during World War II held a commemorative service for the first time. Even today, very little is known of the exploits of this undercover group, but Mr. Plaister was among Tasmania's 12 surviving members who gathered to remember their comrades, including 11 who were beheaded by a samurai sword after being captured while attempting to destroy Japanese shipping in Singapore harbour. He admits he felt very bitter about the Japanese for many years, especially as he had a brother who was a prisoner of war, but adds that even people of Humiko's age were only children in the 1940s. I asked Mr. Plaister if he expected to encounter any anti-Japanese feeling in Tasmania.
I hope not. Sometimes I think I might, but I think those that really realise what life is all about today will not hold any grudge at all as far as I'm personally concerned and as far as Fumika is concerned.
Have you encountered any opposition in the past when people have visited?
No, I haven't. I find that there's quite a feeling now towards Japanese, and I put this down to our sister city relationship with the ISU. Launceston and Clarence also have relationships, and I think those relationships are bringing us much closer together.
Launceston was the first Tasmanian city to have a sister relationship, and was among the first 3 for Australia. Exchanges between Launceston and Ikeda near Osaka have ranged from animals to art, with many reciprocal visits by citizens of the 2 cities, since they officially became twins in 1965. 10 macaque monkeys were sent from Ikeda in 1980 for the Monkey Island in Launceston City Park, and 5 wallabies exported from Tasmania now are thriving in an Ikeda park. There are now about 50 sister relationships between Australian cities, towns, schools and special interest groups, most of them with Japanese counterparts. Schools which have links include the East Launceston Primary School, pupils exchanging views and material with students at Ikeda's Fujiadai Primary School, Princes Street Primary School in Hobart, Taruna High School and the Elizabeth Matriculation College. Last week, Talks also were held in Tokyo between Mr. Plaister and Taka Nakajima, who used to instruct Tasmanian police cadets in judo, about development of a sister relationship between the Physical Education Division of the TCAE in Launceston and its counterpart at the Kokoshikan University in Japan. Earlier this year, the Clarence municipality became a twin with Akechi on the east coast of Hokkaido, Japan's northern island. There's usually some common basis for these sisterships. In this case, Akechi is on the same parallel north of the equator as Clarence is south. Hobart and Invercargill in New Zealand are both the most southern cities in their countries, while similarities between Yaizu, the home port of the Japanese tuna fleet which uses Hobart as a base during the summer months for refuelling, taking on provisions and doing general maintenance work, mainly relate to their physical characteristics. The geographical similarities are pretty obvious, but when it comes to lifestyle, there are plenty of differences. If ever anything could cement a sister-city relationship, it must be the wedding of Hobart's Lord Mayor and one of Yaizu's best-known citizens. It's a marriage that's been recognised throughout Japan, and when a reception was held one day after the wedding, a small family party followed immediately after the Shinto ceremony, guests included Japan's Minister for Commerce, Mr. Harada. On this occasion, Humiko wore the traditional Japanese wedding kimono, red and white signifying a happy occasion. A thickly oiled wig of human hair forms part of the outfit, and a special gold and silver fan was among accessories. Like the wedding itself, this occasion received wide media publicity, and when a three-tiered sponge cake was cut by Mr. and Mrs. Plaister, a bond was formed between Australia and Japan, which hopefully no one will rent asunder.